Hey, howdy ho, guys. Welcome back. If you recognize this forklift, it's one we were doing the repairs and refresh on. We had to put a pause on it because I had to order some decals and labels for it because we lost some. Anywho, got those back, but I still need to do a little bit of rattle can touch up on it. So let me get my can ready and we'll go around, squirt, 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 clean it up a little bit, and then start getting some labels on this thing. I got a little ahead of myself over here, so I pumped the brakes a little bit so I could share some things with you guys. Anywho, let's get to it. All right, so like I said, I got a little ahead of myself on this side, did some of the touch up so I could get started on the labels, get things cleaned up. But anyway, I still got some touch up to do over here, so we're going to run through and we're going to use a little bit of this refresh paint just to go over some areas that had the big dents and dings on it. Now, we're not going to get crazy with this, okay, because really this is just maintenance, right? Just touch up. So a little toot around it. And a little trick here, guys, if you're going to get close to areas where you don't want to change the color, just use a piece of cardboard box, rather cut the lid out, and you can protect those areas if you're just going to be doing a little bit of touch up, right? So you don't have to tape the whole thing off, just like that. So what I'll do is I'll go through with this, do some quick touch up. I just want to clean up the areas that look like was in a high-speed accident, just like that. And then we'll get back going through and start putting some labels on it. We'll let that side dry out, but in the meantime, this labeling, every once in a while, getting up to what I do, building trucks and stuff for a couple of different trades. A lot of times we'll have wrap companies come in here and do the wrap right here. So they taught me a few tricks. One thing is the surface preparation. Even though we just went through and did a little touch up here, cleaned it up, so on and so forth, we still want to go wipe the surface down to make sure there's nothing there. And there's a very special chemical they taught me about in order to do this, and rubbing alcohol. Okay, rubbing alcohol mixed with a little bit of water, about 82.5% by rubbing alcohol plus, what is 82? Let's just say 80-20. Okay, so 80-20, rubbing alcohol, water, go through, squirt, 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 wipe it down with a nice clean rag, and you're good to go. Now, another tough thing about doing this is setting the label up so it's straight, all right? And when you have an area like this where you got little angles and there's really doesn't look like there's any square thing to set from, if you look close, like we'll pick a surface, and this is our level surface here, all right? So we can use that to measure off of to make sure we're kind of getting somewhat straight. But let me grab something here. Man, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Okay, so we got that. So I'm looking for my square for a straight edge. I'll drop that right up there. Then I'll grab my tape. And then I'm just going to pull down. And if you look through, it's somewhat transparent. You can see the top of the letter. You just pull down, measure that. And I think we were 3 5/8. We'll move this over and measure to the top of the K. 3 5/8. And then once you do that, if you just lift up on the label with the holding tape right there, let me see if I can find one here. There we go. the back here just peels off. You just want to peel that off just slightly before you get started. Fold it over and then tape the top part. And then you can lift up like that and then just pull the back and then let it fall. Okay, so we're going to do that real quick. We're going to lift up and we're going to pull the back. Nope. We're going to lift up, pull the back, let it fall. I'm just going to rub it out. Just like that. Get a nice square edge. You can use something like plastic spatula or plastic putty knife or something you get from Lowe's or Home Depot. Just something with a nice, straight, somewhat soft edge. Throw that on there. Bing, bang, boom. It looks nice and clean. Now I got another one to throw on the other side. I'm going to do that real quick, and then we're going to talk about throwing on the other little stickers and labels. So, okay, so going through our little kit, we got a bunch of stickers and warning, cautionary tale labels, so on and so forth. And not everyone is for this machine, but we got plenty to choose from. So what I did right before I got started, like this side over here, for example, I have no idea what was there. And odds are, if you get started and just strip stuff, you're not going to know either. So what I did to make sure I knew what was going on is I took some pictures to remind myself. So now I can reference this picture, and I know right there I need, where are we at? I need this one, and then I need the seatbelt safety thing, and I need the no extra people. All right, so let's start throwing those on there. And then we're going to try to reference that picture and get somewhat close. And sometimes you might have remnants of the outline of the label, depending on how heavy you get with the rattle can. There might be some remnants of that where the original sticker was. But I'll tell you guys, these stickers are very unforgiving. So be slow with it. Lay it down slowly and try to push the pockets out as you go. There we go. All right. So there's our warning label. Hold on. There's that. Now we're going to keep going, matching our little picture. That one looks a little weird, but okay. So you off. Maybe. There we go. And you are lined up right with the bottom of that one. All right. So you wouldn't know it. So there's our new labels. Okay. There's our phone. Pretty close. Looks important. What do we got next? Oh, we need to go on the other side and put the other no passenger label over there. Okay. Uh-oh. I got bubble. Got bubble. So what am I going to do now? Well, I'm going to fix our bubble, I think. Yep. So like I said, sometimes these little guys are pretty unforgiving. So when you start going down and you're committed, you might end up with a little bubble. So if you take a razor blade and you just cut right through that bubble, okay, then you can press that bubble out like it was never there. There we go. Got those, got that one. Those are clean. I'm gonna leave that one. We got some of these fancy up, down, forward, neutral, park. I think I'm gonna use the forward, neutral, reverse over here because, you know, when you put it forward or reverse, you don't know it by the movement of the machine, so you need a label to kind of tell you which way you're going to go. But maybe you want to know before you put it in there. So we're going to clean up two sides, and I think right there on the dashboard is where it wants to be, because that's what you're going to see. So there's that. So I went through, cleaned it with a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid, and let me do something here real quick. I broke my spray bottle, and I lost the spring when I broke it because I dropped it. But I think there's that. Let's take that off, pull you out, and look what I found. The spring. You go in that hole? No. You go in that hole? No. Come on. You gotta go in one of these holes. Go in that hole? Maybe? No. Go inside there? Maybe? No. You go over top of there? Nope. Okay. I think you're gonna go inside there. I'm gonna put you there, and then we're gonna push you back until it snaps in. Did we fix it? Uh-oh, I don't think we fixed it. Feels like we fixed it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we fixed it. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this alcohol. There it goes, squirt, squirt, squirt. Rub that down with that. And then we're gonna put our forward, neutral, reverse sticker there. And since there wasn't one there, we can put it wherever we want. Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay. We got lift up and down. So that is down, that is up. See if we got it, because it's got the, on this one, it's got the indicators on the end of the handles there. So I don't think I really want to garble that dash up with that stuff because it's not really helping. All right, so now we got some pinch points, and our pinch point labels are up here. All right, so don't put your finger there, okay? That's a little gimped up, so let's go ahead and swap that out. I don't like the looks of it. Go ahead and pull you off. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah. Get you off of there. Let's go ahead and pull the other side off. Okay. Now we got the don't ride, don't stand. Now, I think you guys, if you remember originally, when I got to work on this, there was some things up underneath here that I wanted to get clean. And so there's a couple things about disconnecting the battery before you start squirting stuff all over the place. And since these weren't here, I'm going to go ahead and drop, go ahead and drop these right here. So those are there, and then the general vicinity where they're at. We got numbers, we got that, we got the up, down, don't need those, don't need those. Those look good. Okay, guys, well, here we go. We have got a unit that has been maintained, touched up, cleaned up. It's been brought up to current safety standards as relates to tow motors. Got all new labels, very clean, very legible, so they can tell you what to do, what not to do. Let's go ahead and do a little walk around over here. I'll see if I can match up the condition of it before with this walk around, but for all intent and purposes, this machine is looking clean and ready to work. More importantly, on all of the safety features and the mechanical features, this machine is now back into good service, right? We did the oil change, we did the air cleaner, filter, thingamajiggers, got that cleaned up some of the safety labels, replaced those, fixed the seat, so the safety function of the seat works. We went through, we double checked all the lights work. The backup, the cautionary mobile light, the backup beeper works. We got a updated and inspected fire extinguisher on the unit, pinch point warnings. This unit is looking good. And again, it's ready to go back to work. So, sorry I had to cut this into 2 sections, guys, because we didn't have to do a whole lot the second round. But what was more important is that we had everything that we needed in place to make it a safe unit. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know I had fun. Hopefully you had fun too. So, I'm going to click in a safety belt that I never use for the purpose of this video. I'm going to adjust my tilt steering to where I want it. I'm going to fire it up.